All right, Craig, we're back. We're live again. Round 2. Let's go.
They made us show up, so we showed up.
Let's go, baby. Yep.
You know,
Um,
that's what we're doing.
who has the first pick here in the second round? Let me look. The Bucks.
Let me look.
Did you realize there was so many trades before we watched this closely? Like, look on the right-hand side there.
No, I did not
I didn't
realize how
either.
many trades there were because it's kind of crazy when you think about it. I mean, obviously, the Bucks picking at 33 would be a trade.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Vikings
but
trade. Titans trade.
yeah, it's absolutely nuts to me. I really don't understand it. So why not just trade away draft capital? You don't have to worry about it. It doesn't affect your team right now. So let's just trade away draft capital. Let's go. Let's just do
Man,
it.
I just well, hopefully we got 5 people. All right, cool.
We
Yeah,
got
we're
some
up.
peeps.
We're
Don't worry.
running.
Don't worry. We're up and running. How y'all doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Throw a comment. Tell us that you're here. What are you looking forward to most in this second round? Like, are you looking for the Lions? Do you want us to be uber aggressive and trade up again? Do you want us to just stand pat? Like, what are we looking at? What are we thinking? Do you think we can stay at 46 and stay good? Let us know in the comments. See what we got.
Craig, what would you do if we took a offensive player at 46?
Depends on what the position is. Like if we took an offensive lineman, I would be like, that's early, especially after wide receiver. If we took another wide receiver, I'd be confused. If we took a quarterback,
Yeah.
I might actually get it.
Yeah, I don't like
Oh, the bubble gut. Yeah, so that was I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie about this. That was rough this morning. Um, little bubble gut.
Did you have any
But
leftovers though?
I just ate them.
Yep, I know.
It's that Cajun crust. It gets you the next day, and it's fine. It's worth it.
Yeah, I felt the same way, and then for lunch I'm like, man, that's good. I'm going to go ahead and have a little bit more
Did you? Good for you.
lunch. And then yeah, so pizza, I had some pizza. So basically I have no plans to eat at this point. Yesterday we were ready to
Hey,
eat.
right before we came on here, I'm eating as fast as I can after getting set up and doing what I got to do. And so I'm like, all right, here we go. I have a question. Is this old school of me? Like when something says it's going to start at 7 o'clock, like the second round of the NFL draft, do you get frustrated when the first pick isn't actually until like 7:10? They don't even go on the clock for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Is that
it's just
frustrating?
absolutely. Just
Like I think it's frustrating and it's fine. Like we'll survive. I just that's not how it used to be. And
exactly. And
yeah,
Charles,
so
that's exactly what I was thinking. Let's go defense tonight. That's what we're all just kind of I would think, right? I would think we just nail some linebackers. Come on.
just get me linebackers. I think linebacker is more important than safety. I think we talked about that a little bit um,
Yes.
as well. But let's just let's just say that that's a real thing. So we'll just say that that's a real thing.
So the
All right.
Bucks are up first,
I want to give
then
a
the
little rundown
Vikings.
of what we've got left too. Okay.
Yep.
So we've got tonight, we've got pick 46 and pick 97. So 46 and 97 tonight. And then tomorrow, we're at pick 177, 181, and 217. So that is a second rounder at 46, a third rounder, obviously, at 97. That's the compensatory pick. And then 177 is round 5, pick 34. So that would be another compensatory pick. Then you have pick 2 in round 6 and pick 39. So we're basically running on compensatories for
We're
the
running on fumes. This next pick is got to be is going to be huge. And Sage, are you talking running back QB this next pick or at some point in the draft? Because
Yeah, that's a great question because
that's a
if
big
you're saying you're
difference.
not going to be shocked if they go running back or QB, Um, hmm.
I would be very shocked on this next pick, but down the line, I saw us getting Hassan Haskins in the 6th round. I'd be shocked if he's there in the 6th round. Wasn't he?
Well, I mean, he's very good. I mean, he's strong. He's a powerful runner, but he does not have elite speed at all. Oh, he's going at 46. He's saying it.
Wow. Because look at what the Rams do or did. Just studs. You know, your whole team's not full of studs, but you've just got Aaron Donald, Ramsey. You've got these spots. So, yeah, I'd be shocked, but I would be like, all right, we're just trying to build freaking playmakers. I mean, that's what we did. Craig, you brought it up. That's what we did when we were trying to rebuild before. The problem before was we weren't slotted draft picks. So we're picking Ndamukong Suh, Nick Fairley, the next, it's like we already got a D tackle. Doesn't matter. Best available.
Doesn't matter. Let's go.
But it doesn't last because we're paying our draft picks so much money. We can't pay anybody else.
Yeah, that was a problem. But that year that we were really good, we just kept doubling down, like you said, Suh, Fairley, and we continued to build a strength on the team. And I think that was when we had Cliff Averill rushing on the outside. We had Van and Bosch on that team. Averill we ended up letting go. But
really
right
young.
now, I just want you to know on NFL Network, and I'm sure on ESPN, they have a guy hanging from the ceiling in a straitjacket.
Yeah, yeah.
I just like, if you need to, don't leave us totally. But I like what
don't. But he's going higher
Vegas.
and higher.
So what's going to happen here is the real question.
I don't know. Can I ask why this would be happening?
Well, what is he doing? Spinning.
He's just going to get out of this straitjacket. Don't worry.
He's just going to spin until he's out. He's going to get the straitjacket dizzy enough that it'll just pop right off.
Yeah, I could do that.
So he's spinning and he's I mean, you know what? Here's my question. You're sitting at home and they're like, hey, everybody knows how to get out of this. Everybody's seen someone escape this. But you know what would make it just absolutely amazing, Chris? What would make it amazing is if I just spun the whole time.
So it's clearly obviously a magic trick.
Yes.
And so by him spinning and flailing, you can't see what he's doing. I don't know. I just Owen Hart. I'm sorry. I can read, man. Charles.
Charles, it's okay.
I was like, Owen Hurt.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Raji is up there. Hey, the Rams, when do they pick?
That's a great question.
Like, don't they just have like 1 6th round pick or something like that?
No, that'd be hilarious. I can actually find out and tell you exactly what their picks are if you'd like.
Nothing in the 2nd round.
All right. They have got round 3, pick 40. So they've got 104, 142, 175, 211, 212, 218, 238, and 253. They have 5, 6, and 7th round picks.
Okay. Cedar Springs, Iowa.
What's Cedars? What are you talking about?
Charles.
Oh.
Craig, the Bears pick here. So
I think it's pretty obvious that Cedar Springs is in Michigan.
If you hate the Bears, stick around. Charles out Michigan. Yeah. If you hate the Bears, they pick in about 10 picks, and I can't wait because they are dying. They need this. They're in rebuild, and they're gonna mess it up, and they're gonna get like a guard.
Here's what I want to know: are you talking Bears right now? Because I was reading something.
Yep.
Do you think last night what we saw was whenever the Packers picked or the Vikings, our viewers shot up a little bit? So they shoot up and everybody wants to just pop on to make fun of division teams. So do you think the same thing's going to happen tonight where people pop on to make fun of the other teams? The Vikings are picking next. We've got the Bears at 39. We've got the Bears again at 48. Green Bay at 53, Green Bay at 59. So there's a lot of action that we could be looking at right now with these guys. I'm kind of excited to see what this looks like. So, all right, here's my real thing. I think it's a consensus, right? Like, I know that we're not going to freak out a ton, but let's just be honest. Like, it's a consensus that we're going safety or linebacker with the 46th pick, right?
I have no idea anymore.
Do we start to go need now that we addressed just top end talent? Because I get first round being like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care where our need is because there's supreme talent in the first round and I'm going to take it.
If our defense wasn't so bad, I think we still are going best available. But at some point, I gotta believe you're going need just because the defense was so bad. But
yeah,
I don't know. I yesterday was awesome, man, and I just don't know what Bradley's gonna do.
Bradley Holmes.
Bring in the bums, the Chicago bums.
Oh my goodness. I like how we said buns at first, though.
Yes.
Bring in the buns. The Bears.
All right.
So we got, I mean, like, this is one of those things where we're sitting here, we wait 5 minutes, and all that kind of stuff, and then
is the clock still at 10 minutes, Craig?
It's like Tampa Bay knows. They know.
Is it still at 10 minutes? Or is it like 7 or 8?
I don't know if it's 10 or 7.5. That's a great question. Oh, check it out, Chris. They got to know. Let the people know what the people want to know. And if you say, I don't know, they're going to make fun of you.
I do not know at this time presently. I can't remember. I can't remember, but I'll think about that, Sage. I will be
super helpful. Good job.
Yep. I don't remember because I was looking for something, and I couldn't find anything, and wanted kind of the what's it called, not the retro, but you know how like 90s is really big, but kind of want to go a little deeper even. So that's more why it's 70s almost. But
oh yeah,
I don't remember where I kept looking for things, and then a flag would come and then be way too small, or then it'd be huge, or then it'd be like a really good price and it's the right size, and it'd be like, oh yeah, it'd be here in 44 weeks.
44 weeks, exactly.
From Canada, from China.
That's a China. COVID special right there. So, that's what that is.
Nah, it was a bummer.
So by the way, Charles here, that's commenting. You remember yesterday I was talking like, you know what? Charles is pretty quick. He's got some good one-liners he was throwing at us.
Yeah.
I'm like, Charles is like, it sounds like a guy that I could hang out with,
And we could.
So here's the funny thing. One, we know he's from Cedar Springs, but here's the thing. I get a voicemail from my father yesterday or this morning, and he's like, yeah, Charles, I hunt with him up at Trophy Ridge at the hunting property. So we literally could hang out with Charles.
Your dad knows Charles?
Oh yeah. Big Mike knows Charles. I don't think anybody else calls him Big Mike like I do, but the pick is in. We got our first pick. Like, it seems like a slow roll to that first pick, doesn't it?
Oh, Charles, are you in? I saw the truck. I put you. It's funny. You just put people right into like where they're at. So, Charles, I thought you were bringing some zingers yesterday. I put you right at you're in your late 20s. That's because
maybe like 38, but still got it. And like, this is the platform that you can excel.
Charles, you are 28 to 38.
Not even close. I just want a big shout out to my father. Here's Charles. It says Mike Gurr, great man. I agree. He is a great man, Charles. I taught him a lot. I taught him so much through our life. So he's really turned out to be pretty good. It's been 35 years of hard work with me turning him around. So
yes, I just draft a starter. This is second round, man. This is like, you got to hit on these.
Just draft a starter. That's right. So draft a starter. And now here's my question. Is it realistic to say at pick 46, you should be drafting a day one starter? Is that realistic?
Yes.
I agree.
I agree.
What about 66?
I do not. That's more of a St. Brown, right? Like he
No,
was
St. Brown was like
well, what I
fourth
meant
round.
what I meant was it's a guy that's going to come in, probably get in a little bit, and by the end of the year, you'd like to see him really improve. I think it's fair, like you said, day one starter. I think it's tough, but he's a guy that's going to
Who
definitely
is
play, and by
this?
the end of the year, you got something there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The only reason I asked at 66 is because that's the one we traded away.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle, money. A kicker would be a day one starter.
Woody though, luckily we have a kicker,
Yeah, Riley.
Riley Patty.
Logan Hall, D tackle out of Houston.
Good.
Okay.
See ya. Don't need you.
Okay. That is a weird point right there. You see that inside outside? Next point. Juicy.
Yeah, we're watching on NFL Network, which
Yeah.
I like. What we realized doing this yesterday was how late we were, how delayed we were. So yeah, it's not as crucial. We didn't realize how crucial it was yesterday because it's like we're just playing around, and yeah, websites are updating, social media. It's like, oh my, yeah, we're 5 minutes behind. I didn't even know it.
Okay. More like 5 to 10 seconds, but still, it feels like an eternity when you're just waiting. People are throwing the comments on here and they're like, yeah.
So the Bucks are happy. All right. Yes.
I think if you want a day one starter, safety might not be your pick at 46. I think he could come in and be a day one starter, but I also feel like we are fairly set.
At safety?
For our starters, I think we're semi-set. Like I think our starting caliber, our 2 starting caliber safeties are better than our 2 starting caliber, 3 starting caliber linebackers. Because I just think Deshaun Elliott and Tracy Walker are better than all Alex Anzalone, Derek Barnes, Sean Dion Hamilton, Jared Davis. Like I feel like all of our linebackers are guys that it's like they would be best suited coming in. Like they're reserve players, at linebacker. And I feel like we do have guys that should be starting safeties as our safeties. I'm not saying they're top 10 safeties, but they should be starting safeties. I mean, you have one guy that started whenever he's healthy, he starts for Baltimore, and Tracy Walker proved that he's a starting safety this past year.
Packers are on the clock. The pick is in.
They ran that card up. Is this Christian Watson?
Oh, shoot. Is it going to be? They're going to. Wait, did the Packers have the second pick? Oh, didn't the Vikings? Right?
They did. So you're telling me that this new GM for the Vikings in his first NFL draft has now traded back with the Lions and the Packers. He's just like, let's keep it in the division. Like
the Packers are like, we got to call this guy. We got to call this Vikings GM. Like he'll do stuff. And so now they fall back. The Vikings don't pick again until 27.
59.
Or 59. I'm sorry. Yeah. 27.
But I get it. It's the 27th pick in
the
second
right
round,
here.
Right?
53rd.
Oh my goodness.
Pick is in. Boy, I'm so surprised how
this is hilarious.
Upset we got at the pick is in delay.
You know what I'm surprised by? The Kyler Murray hate.
Yes.
That was rough last night.
Yes, there was a trade. I'm sorry, I was going to click on this. The Vikings go back again. I don't know the details of the trade, but they said
it's Christian Watson.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Are you at the same time as me?
Yeah.
Well, so here's the deal. This is very interesting. So in all of our mock drafts, in fact, in my last mock draft, I picked Cine at 32 and Christian Watson at 34 to the Lions.
So
And
hold on.
Steen
So
goes
right now,
32 to the Vikings, and Watson goes 34 to the Packers. So the two players that we would have wanted to take in that spot both go there. So the question becomes forever Jameson Williams versus Christian Watson. If Christian Watson has a career that's anything like Williams, people will be livid because we could have got Watson right here by keeping our pick.
boy,
It's almost not fair though. It's almost not fair because one of them has Jared Goff throwing to him and the other one has Aaron Rodgers. Just saying.
oh, absolutely. His next gen, you see that 99? It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Troy Anderson, that's interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't know what they're using. I don't know what kind of software they're using, but hey, he's a 99.
Look at this. We got a Lions fan that's openly admitting that this is a good draft for the Packers. And do you know what I hate? He's not wrong.
No, the
I
Packers
will
are,
say this. Everything I was reading last night and this morning, though, was not grading them highly on their first two picks.
well,
Quay Walker, Wyatt. And this one, they'll grade them probably a little bit higher. So, but I feel like all three of those picks were slight reaches. I like the players. I just don't know if I like when they were picked.
yeah, just get the Packers out of here. They got Aaron Rodgers for I'm going to say one more year. I don't know.
I mean, they signed him for 4.
Right. But he's a year by year dude, which is great.
He'll go whenever he wants to leave.
Yeah, he just leave when he. Who's announcing our second round pick? Oh yeah,
Barry.
Peel. Oh, Barry, then Cam Peel. Yeah, Barry Sanders.
Oh, look at this. We got dancing on the stage. We're having a good time.
Go. If I ever get to announce a pick, I'm gonna go up there and just go for 15 minutes before I
just go hard.
Yeah, just talking, tell everybody about my family. Corner is just hot.
Yeah.
So right now, and we'll see this behind the scenes after it comes out, Dan Campbell's just going, stay to somebody like
yes
that he likes. We're just like, come on.
And do you know what else is happening right now? Right now, you got Brad Holmes being like, let's trade up. He's there. Let's go get him. And there's somebody else in the room being like, hey, take it easy. We already did that. We don't have a lot of capital left. We want to draft more than 3 people in this draft.
Oh,
so we want
yeah, I mean, you got to have about 3 people. I get one that you love and about, then 2 others you'll settle with, and you really got to stay at this point.
So let's talk about yesterday a little bit more. Let's talk about Jameson Williams outside of his just thrilling interview up on the stage, which was not wonderful. I think I went back because we hadn't studied him a lot. Like, we admitted that, right? Like, because we didn't think he'd be available. No way. There's no way. So here's my question, and this is my big thing. I went back, I looked at the tape. Anybody who doesn't think that guy has elite speed is out of their mind. Like, it is absolutely elite speed. And Brad Holmes did a press conference after the draft last night, and I watched it on Inside the Den or Detroit Lions or whatever it was on YouTube. And Brad Holmes actually said that a reporter asked a really good question. They're like, we know you guys don't care about the 40 time that much. You're all about GPS speed and what his clock speed is on the field. And he said, did you have Jameson Williams as the fastest wide receiver in this draft and all this kind of stuff? And Brad Holmes just flat out goes, yes, we had him as the fastest in this draft. So, like, he didn't mince any words. He tried to compare him to Tyreek Hill, and Brad Holmes was like, hey, take it easy. Tyreek Hill is a different animal all by himself. He's like, but Jameson Williams is the fastest player in this draft. He didn't, which I was really happy. I'm like, thank you for saying that.
Yep.
Like, thank you for admitting that.
And during the draft, Aaron Rodgers was on Pat McAfee and said that from what he saw, Jameson Williams was the most complete receiver in the draft, is what Aaron Rodgers said. And then we go up and grab him.
I'll take it.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate the compliments. I love this comment by Jesse right here.
Yes.
I absolutely love it. The Vikings gave us Jameson. They gave the Packers Watson. Their secondary can't be happy. No, they cannot. I think that this is absolutely, absolutely hilarious. And when you think about it now, I don't know if Watson makes the Packers that. No, that's not true. I was going to say, like, there's some elite receivers in this division, but there's really not at this point. There's a bunch of unproven receivers. And then Jefferson for the Vikings now is probably the best receiver in this division in the Norris. So what'd you pick up there? What do you got to drink? You got a little LaCroix action or?
Going LaCroix here.
Yep.
It's early.
It's early. Stay hydrated. You got to stay. All right. So the Jets and the Giants traded. That just seems weird. So they move up 2 spots and give up a 5th rounder to do it. So the Jets just keep trading up.
And so the Giants like, yep, give us a 5th and you can go up 2 spots. That's
you can go up 2 spots. What are they going for here?
The Jets are doing really well so far. So it's kind of interesting, really, to see them. Because so far they've got.
Are they going Breece Hall right now, running back?
Are they going Nakobe Dean?
Could go Kenneth Walker. They could go Dean. I wouldn't be shocked if they went Booth, cornerback. I don't know, man.
Pick is in. Double pick in, Craig. The double pick in.
We got a double pick in? What are you talking about? The double pick in.
Could we get a triple pick in and just come on?
The Texans are like, get us here now. Texans, that could be a Malik Willis destination, couldn't it?
Oh, would they die that you get him this late and you just like, cool?
Yeah.
All right. Jets selection.
Oh, is that Revis? Revis Island making the pick? Yeah, I don't know. I can't decide if I love the former players coming up to announce the pick or not. I think I do.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, other than Goodell or like, no offense to, because anybody else, it's basically an ad. You know what I mean? Like we're having this person from Old Spice.
Oh, they did go Breece Hall. Yep. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, because their running back last year that they drafted was garbage. So Breece Hall's an athletic freak too, isn't he?
I think that's the deal on this guy. He is. He's a 99 next gener GPS stat guy.
How many running backs go sub 4.4 now? Like, it's hard to be under 6 foot carrying almost 220 pounds and go sub 4.4. That's insane.
He is. Got to give it to the Jets.
They got some weapons now, didn't they?
Man.
They got some weapons for their young quarterback. Like, they got some weapons. Let's watch the highlights on this guy for a second. Everybody watch these highlights. Let's just watch him. Don't slow-mo a 4.4 guy. Come on. He does not look like he has 4.4 speed when he runs. Am I the only one who's seeing that? Like, he looks like he's got a hitch in his giddy up.
Come on.
He could be a good running back. He could be a real good running back.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a lack of quickness. I mean, like, he's got an unbelievable overall, like, athletic draft score. And, I mean, he's up there with some of the best. I'm just curious what's going on.
Yeah, dude, no kidding.
Oh, yes, Jesse, running back off the board. Let's get a run on backs and leave our linebackers alone. Could not agree more. Let's go a couple running backs here because I don't want them. Now, if Breece Hall was still there, would that have been something where you were like, I kind of want to do this?
But hey, if you would have told me that we would get Nakobe Dean, trade back, what?
Easy with that.
Let's go. We're going to get him.
If this is Nakobe Dean, I'm going to be frustrated.
Yeah.
Oh, Petrie. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's a That's fine. I think he's a tweener and not in a good way, if I can be honest. I did not like him when I was watching him. That's a really good comparison. Antoine Winfield Jr., that dude is a straight ball hawk. But I don't know. I don't necessarily see it. Kyle, I know you keep telling me that the Texans believe in Davis Mills. That
doesn't seem real. I don't,
seems like lunacy to me.
and
It's
because
just
yeah,
like
they have not been mocked for Willis through all
it's
the
like
mocks and all
Jacksonville
the
believing in
things.
Gardner Minshew. I
They
mean,
haven't been mocked for a quarterback. They're just like, no, we're good.
no, we got Davis Mills.
Yeah.
We got a guy who has 2 last names, and we really like that. We like guys with 2 last names.
Mills Davis would be better.
Oh, that's almost like Miles Davis.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at all the people standing around for day 2.
Absolutely, and why not? And you
Get me a
realize that it is
beer.
4:30 there right now.
It's 4:30 on a Friday. They're like, I'm taking Friday off. We're going to the draft. Oh, you can't. You're just. That's great.
Oh, Atlanta trades up. And there might be a point right here. Dean stays home if they're smart. And every time someone trades up, you naturally are thinking to yourself, oh, they're getting a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because it's all these teams that need a quarterback that are trading up. Atlanta trading up to get a quarterback? Maybe. Who do they believe in?
They took Drake London at 8, man.
Man, oh man. I like our pick more. I like Jameson Williams more than London.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Injuries for London. I know that's weird to say because we have a guy with a torn ACL. Like I get that. London was hurt too. Quiet.
Yeah, I can't believe our Jameson Williams speed, man. It's people are saying like he could have ran the fastest 40 ever.
Yeah, that's hard for me to believe. The fastest 40 ever. Like
Combine history, and I think what people are really his speed is great, but he's a football player. Like he's just man, he blocks, he's strong, he's tough.
Okay, so here's what I want to talk about Jameson Williams for a minute. When I'm watching his tape, you know what stands out to me? He was a gunner on the punt team. So here's this guy coming out of Ohio State, which I don't want to talk about, right? He goes to Alabama. He is by far their best receiver, and he sits there and he's running as a gunner on punt coverage. And he is putting hits on people. Like, he's not your dainty little 180-pound wide receiver. Like, the dude brings his pads and he brings his hits. And I like that mean streak even on the offensive end. That's going to fit real well next to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm telling you, there's some guys that they're not afraid of contact. I mean, sometimes it's okay to run away from contact, but I'm okay with that.
Craig, can you imagine being Urban Meyer the years like 2018, 19, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to get some good receivers in here, and you get Garrett Wilson and Jigbo, he's still there, Olave, and then
you have
Williams.
The best one of them all. That's like, you know what? There's so many good wide receivers here. I have to leave.
I got to go to Bama. It's a little less competitive at Bama. I'm gonna go there.
At Bama, I'm sure I'll get more reps. It'll be fine.
Be amazing.
Well, Atlanta's bringing out the whole city.
Good. Bring them. Oh boy. Okay.
Salute to service. That's fine.
Yep. Wow. Imagine that. I mean, you're up there on stage. You got all these people looking at you. You're like, hello. I think they go Willis here.
You think so? Question, are you happy if there's a run on quarterbacks?
Let's go. Take him.
I know you don't want us to draft a quarterback.
No. Nakobe Dean. Wow. Don't know what they're saying, really.
So Goodell, one of the big things that I've noticed with Goodell is he loves holding hands.
Yeah.
So, like, is that a thing where there's a PR team that's like, hey, Roger, listen, it's going to make you much more likable if you're just holding hands with somebody.
Yeah.
It's going to make people think that you're personable. Do you think that it's a PR team telling him that? Do you think that he's genuinely like maybe a decent guy behind all the things that everybody hates about him? Or do you think he's just a creepy, weird guy?
I think kind of all the above. I think this guy was all in, real deal early on, and now probably these last 5 years, he's like, man, this is great. I'm making 18 mil a year.
More.
I think
I
it's
think it's so much.
so yeah. I make 20 mil a year. Is that just direct deposited every month or?
Yeah, can every month just 1.5.
Well, I mean, dude, seriously, or is it just like a normal every 2 weeks? He gets 2.2 mil just dropped in.
I love this. Every time someone goes off the board that I don't want, I'm so happy.
Oh.
Everybody hang with us on the road to 46. Like, this is great. We were never going to take him. Ever.
No. Thank
Like,
you, Arnold. See ya.
yeah.
They traded up for him, Craig.
They traded up for him. I don't know how far they traded up.
Wow. Did you see that block attempt from Michigan?
No.
Oh, shoot.
Like, I think
it's funny.
they're
called
his tape pops a little bit.
Well, I was just gonna say they're called highlights for a reason. Like every player looks like, okay, future Hall of Famer. Every player.
I think there's a difference. Like, you got to see, like, when you look at a pass rusher, like, it's the get off on the ball, it's the bend, and then it's the hands. Like, does he have strong hands? And like, if you can combine those three things, look out. The problem is a lot of edge rushers allow them, they get into the body, they can't move away the strong arms of the tackle, things like that. But he had pretty good hands, I thought. But I mean, again, it was 4 pass rushes.
That's what I'm saying. Every player that's taken, they show their top 4 highlights. You're like, okay.
Oh yeah, I like it.
See you in Canton, baby.
Unless once again, you're drafting Jelani Tavai.
Or can't think of his name.
Strange, the guard that the Patriots drafted from Chattanooga.
Oh yeah, they had to move on quick.
And they just showed a picture of him getting back in pass blocking form. Here he is.
Oh, the Bears. The Bears are in, Craig.
Let's make fun of the Bears.
Yes, let's make fun of the Bears. They have an aging roster. Here we go.
Are you ready for this? If Charles is right on this, look at that. He meant Goodell.
Yes, Goodell. And
I do remember the 2020
I do
draft.
remember.
He was a man that had many leather-bound books, and his basement smelled of rich mahogany.
A lot of oak, a lot of wood.
A lot of wood. I remember that recliner, man. Not a recliner, but he was in that big chair. Looks something like this couch,
He makes 63 mil a year. And yeah, if you made that, you know how sweet your basement would be. And I bet you they literally staged that. Like, your basement's too sweet. Like, we've got this, like, it looks like yours, like could be yours, but it's down a little bit.
But it's actually in a studio in Los Angeles.
Yep. We tamped it down a little bit.
I'm not seeing in the comments anybody go out on a limb and say what they think Detroit's going to do yet. We're just letting the board fall to us, and we're just kind of. This is scary, man. Like, and here's the thing: the only thing that I don't like about our trade, in a very selfish way, is that we are going to pick at 46 and then see ya 3 hours later.
See ya. Never.
Just, it's going to take forever to get to our next pick after that.
Oh, it's going to feel like every player in college was taken and we have nobody to even pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. So you're the Bears. You didn't have a first round pick. You're putting everything in Justin Fields. Your defense is nothing like it used to be. You have no offensive weapons. You didn't have a first round pick. So here we go. This is your franchise right here. I hope they go guard or something. Just
Of the Bears, go Willis and just shock the world and make a statement that Fields is not their QB of the future.
Yep. They just go or tight end. Tight end. Has a tight end been taken yet?
Can I ask a question? As a Michigan and Lions fan, no tight end has been taken.
Okay.
As a Michigan fan and a Detroit Lions fan, is there a player that's easier to hate than Justin Fields because he plays for Ohio State? And I'm not saying I dislike him as a person. I'm just saying he's the quarterback at Ohio State, beats Michigan soundly, consistently, and then he goes to Chicago. Like, is there a quarterback where it's easier to be like, don't like that guy?
Just don't like you. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just don't like you. I just really hope that he turns out to be kind of like just, confidence doesn't get there. He's shaking early. Next thing you know, he's just never really gets it, Like that's really what, because he could go both ways, man. This dude could be awesome, Justin Fields, or he could suck.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah, he could be awesome.
Because he showed times where it's just very good accuracy, a couple of deep balls that he threw, but like they just did not unleash him at all last year. At all. So that's Matt Forte. Dang.
Wow. You know the guy on the right, comedian?
I don't know him.
Very, very funny.
Is he good?
Yes.
Oh, they're like, Chicago's like, man, Minnesota, you're giving everybody great wide receivers. We got to go get a cornerback.
Yeah. Kyler Gordon. All right.
You know what? I think it would be hilarious if they have a pickup here and then it's just middle finger emoji point at the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Like that's the way I view this pick right now.
Oh no, man. We got Seattle.
I'm a little worried about that. I think they're going to take someone we want.
Yep.
I'm a little worried about that. You've got to feel like it's Willis here, right?
What if they go
I'm
Willis?
saying that every time, but you got to feel like Willis to Seattle is a really good combo. I'm telling you.
Willis. If they go Willis, Nakobe Dean, everybody will be like, greatest draft ever for the
at 40-41. That is pretty,
Okay, so Seattle's draft room still going full suit and tie.
Chicago, right?
Or Chicago. Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah.
I was just okay, that makes total sense because Midwest.
You have a dress code to get into that draft room.
Yeah, get comfortable, guys. Did you see Tampa Bay? They're like in shorts. Obviously nice, but it's like, come on, nice weather. Relax. All right, that guy's got to stand there to give the hat.
Like I'm digging that mirror when they can just put the hat on, make sure they're looking good.
That was a good call. Whoever the marketing intern that came up with that is like, he's like, I'm getting promoted.
Best idea I've ever had. His suit coat ripped. Did you see that? Right armpit.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and check that out.
You know what happened? He was upset he didn't go round one, and he started doing some bench presses just to get a little bit bigger and ripped his suit coat. That's what I think.
Or was it right here at the hug?
Oh, the hug. You think the hug got him? Goodell. Like how long before Goodell's too old to be bear hugging everybody?
Pretty close here. Jesse, I hear you, but I also don't know what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, just everybody put on pajamas and like, what are you supposed to do? You're going to be camera following you. You're going to look what you believe looks good. And hey, feel good, look good, feel good. You know what I'm saying?
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You can't, oh, look at him as a young man in dance. Wow. That's why he's a cornerback right there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be embarrassed. You can do a little ballet and be a footballer, no problem.
Wow.
So,
Rick James.
It's honestly not a bad pick.
No, good. Yeah, absolutely. Good job, Chicago. But
we got this up here, and it's just hard because we got the delay, but at the same time, like we're seeing it, and I love what you're saying. Go up there in pajamas, like.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is, man. People got to be able to express themselves. That's fine. Especially with football, they can't express themselves very well in the field. I mean, they're wearing a helmet their entire career.
Yep.
So allow people to see them and kind of let their personality shine through what they're wearing, I guess.
Absolutely.
So,
I
for
saw
example, you can
Jameson.
tell I'm a pretty boring guy by what I wear.
I saw Jameson is already in Allen Park. And they
Is he really?
did an interview with him, and that's just the way he is. That's just the way he talks. Like he's even settled down a little bit, having the interview. But he's straight shooter. He ain't playing around, man.
Yeah.
He's like, we got the best draft so far because we got the best offensive player and the best defensive player.
And I
Okay.
love that. I love that
Yeah.
confidence. And I've got to tell you right now, when I don't care about what you were saying, it's just that he kind of refused to answer the question. And I think the moment was big for him, and he got on there. And everybody responds differently when you get on stage like that. That's terrifying for some
Yeah.
people. And I
Yeah.
think when you, like I said, when you put on the tape and you watch that guy play football, there's no chill in his game. It's
No.
it's balls to the wall the entire game. When you've got a 5-star athlete, fastest guy in college football, and he's sitting there on punt team, I can't say enough about this. I cannot say enough about this.
Absolutely. And
Oh,
the pick
yes.
is in.
We never pick another edge. This is great. Like,
That's
let's do a run
huge.
on edges. Let's go.
All
Let's
right, so we
go.
are 6 picks away.
Oh my goodness. We're getting close. No, they traded the second one to the Colts.
No.
Oh no, they didn't. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 more players off the board. I can name well over 5 players that I'd be happy drafting. But
Ooh.
I mean, like, I
Right.
can name a bunch. Like, obviously, I now that I say that, I'm probably gonna have to actually look. But like, I'd be happy with Dean. I'll take Willis. I don't care. Let's go. Let's do it. You ready? I'm perfectly fine with that. I am good with Christian Harris at linebacker.
Ooh.
There's no doubt. I'd be fine with Chad Muma here at linebacker. I think that would be good. You got, what is it? Is it Cross? Is it Cross from Maryland? I think
Yes,
it might
Nick
be a little
Cross.
too early for him. I think it might be a little too early for him. So I'm
But
not sure what you would
you
do.
just named off 3 linebackers that we've been talking about that we'd be happy with. And yeah.
I
The
just want
Alabama
to make it.
linebacker.
I just want to make it clear. The Lions have shown interest in Sam Howell, quarterback,
Mm,
and I'm just gonna say right now, while I don't think it's necessarily the pick. When Brad Holmes was doing the thing, they were saying, "Did you think about trading up in the first round to get a quarterback?" Or sorry, trading back into the first round or trading up in the second round to get a quarterback. And he's like, "Draft's not over." And he
yeah.
didn't comment on it. Yes. Kenneth Walker. See ya.
Oh, bye.
Yes. Yes. It's getting exciting now. Oh, Chanel. There you go. Leo Chanel might actually be my favorite linebacker just because I feel like he's going to be plug and play. Plug and play. So, yep. Kenneth Walker is gone. Adios. So I'm fine with that. Put him in Seattle.
Yeah, good luck to
I
you.
don't have to like him there because do we even need to show a highlight that's not from the Michigan State game? What did he have? 5 touchdowns in that game? Unbelievably frustrating.
Oh.
Okay. There's some weapons there. One glaring problem, Drew Lock.
Yeah. That tells you everything, right? About the quarterbacks? Not everything, but they need a quarterback.
They need a quarterback bad. They just had back-to-back picks, and they're like, no, Drew Lock's our guy.
Yeah, yeah. And earlier the Texans like, no,
Davis
Davis,
Mills.
Dave, he's fine. He's fine. That's the thing. All right, we're 5 picks away. I mean, you take a linebacker here, and we're so happy. I just don't want us to do something stupid. We're so scarred. It's like, come on, just please don't, or don't.
I have a question, like sincerely, like if you think one of these quarterbacks is a guy, are you mad at the pick?
I just don't think quarterback. I mean, I don't know, man. We could almost get somebody almost in the 3rd round, even.
Do you remember 3 weeks ago when a ton of people were mocking Willis to the Detroit Lions at number?
Yep.
You remember that?
Yep.
Like, I understand that the quarterbacks aren't that great this year. I am absolutely shocked. Like, I am absolutely shocked that we're on pick, 42 or something?
Yep.
And we've only got one quarterback off the board. That's nuts to me.
That never. I mean, as much as that position's valued, obviously, you never see this.
He said, let's go get that linebacker we need. I wouldn't be mad with the Willis pick, though. And I think with Willis, it's just one of those things where, like, you see the upside of it.
But you would prefer linebacker, Craig? Like what?
No, this is what he's saying.
Well, I'm saying for you, what about you? Would you prefer a linebacker? That's a nasty little question because it depends, right? Oh man,
That's a nasty little question.
It
not necessarily. I don't know because I feel like we can still get a pretty good linebacker at 97.
Yeah. That's where. Boy, starting to get a little. We could take. Safety. All we know is what's his name that you just mentioned. Dang it. We got safety, we got linebacker, or quarterback.
Rob's telling us that the Vikings just traded up
What?
to get the Colts picks. So now the Vikings are moving again. I think this new GM just says, like, I just want to show that I'm going to make my draft whatever I want my draft to be. I'm going to trade up. I'm going to trade down. I'm going to trade all around.
You know what I've learned from the Vikings too? If you stay pat, you're going to be okay. Like, look at things that have fallen for these teams that have just kind of like, hey, cool. I'll take this. I'll take that. The Vikings like, no, got to move.
Got to move everywhere.
Got to get out of here.
Back, and now we've got all this extra capital, so we're going to move up. And oh my goodness!
All right, so we're 4 picks away, 5 picks away. Just Willis to the Vikes. Is it?
I don't know.
Would that shake up? Oh, please mess this up. Wouldn't that be great? All this trading and you mess this up, Vikings. I'm not going to.
Just said that he signed a 1-year, $35 million contract extension through 2023, which is Cousins. So he's got 2 more years left. And it's only a 4-year contract here.
So the Vikings, geez. Who's like the person that like hands in the trade card, that has to like look that over? Okay, here we go.
Might be digital now.
Yeah.
So 40, they got. Okay, they gave up 2 of their picks. Wow, okay. That's not bad. 40, they get 42 overall and they give up a 4th. Okay.
Okay. Vikings. Gosh. I don't how do you rank most hated NFC North teams? Mine is Bears, Packers, Vikings.
Bears, Packers, Vikings as your most hated?
And it's Bears, Packers, and then Vikings. You know what I mean? It's not like a boom, boom, boom. It's I hate the Bears, hate the Vikings. Yeah, go ahead.
Bears.
Boom.
Aaron Rodgers.
Uh-huh.
Wait for it. So Bears, Aaron Rodgers, Vikings, Packers.
So you almost in a little bit of a way like the Packers helmets, the
Yeah,
the
and
whole
there's something
thing.
about Lambeau Field, the history that's there. Brett Favre, I mean, like, even though I hated it, there's certain things you can't just disdain about it. I don't like the Packers, but man, do I dislike Aaron
Oh, the
Rodgers.
Bears. Yeah, so Rob, so we're asking what NFC North teams do you hate first to last? So
Yeah,
Bears,
chime in.
Vikings.
Chime in. And if you really hate one of them above the rest, give us the reason. Like, let us know. Like,
Just
why
I
Bears? Why Packers? Our boy Lincoln is back. He's saying that he hates the Packers. Why do you hate them?
yeah.
I think the reason I hate the Bears and Vikings more is, as much as I hate to admit it, over the last 35 years, you just expect, over the last 30 years, you almost expect the Packers to beat us because they've been so good.
Yeah.
With the Bears and Vikings, it's almost like you just get shot a little bit. It's like a gut punch every time they beat you because you're like, they're not that good.
But they beat us because they're
They beat
five and
us.
six and we're 0-11
We
and
can't win in Minnesota.
no, no, with the horns going off and
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
hate that thing.
That was really good. Yeah, they
Thing.
get 6 yards and it's just
Yeah. Just like, yeah,
yeah, let's
Vikings.
go.
And I'm like, get out of here. I hate you so
Dude, have they
much.
picked yet or what? Am I going nuts? This guy's been at the podium, right?
This guy's just. Look at this guy. He's like, it's like a comedy routine.
Oh, he's talking. He's just talking.
Oh, now he's pointing people out, giving them some love.
This is bad.
Vikings fans are giving him these.
Yeah, they're like, dude, we've been standing here for 5 hours. Can we tell
Is that
us?
cashmere? Is that velvet? I think he's wearing velvet.
Dude, think about this. You're a Viking fan. You go to draft at 12. You go all the way back. All right, at least we got the first 2 picks, basically in the second round. No. They trade. Then you're like, all right, I'm out of here. Then they trade back up. Then they bring this guy out to talk for an hour.
All right, so let's talk about something not this guy. So I love Rodgers' game. Can't stand him as a person. Agree completely. Sage here. What? Look at this. Who's this woman? She's like, come on, dude. Just come on. I got purple on too. Let's make this happen. All right. It says one of these 3 will be available at 46. Nakobe Dean, Malik Willis, David Ajabo. Who do you want least? Ooh, who did he say?
Oh no, he can't get the pick off, Craig. They came out and said, oh, he forgot to read the pick.
Is he lost his mind?
I don't know. Can someone tell us?
That is a place we could have gone. I just want it to be known. I don't want to go cornerback right here.
Oh, 100%
I will say
agree.
that very confidently because I think we have plenty of mediocre quarterbacks. I don't need another corner.
Oh.
She made him read the pick. She walks up. They're like, hey, you go tell him, read that pick. He sees her. He's like, I don't even respect women.
No,
and he's just going to keep talking.
Did you
and
see him slam
like,
it down? Yeah, he's like, no woman tells me what to do, and he slammed it down.
I don't think he actually said that. No, nobody, not you, is going to tell me what to do.
Oh, gosh.
I thought New York had their pick in quick, but they probably waited till the end. The guy just talked for 10 minutes.
That's unbelievable. Dude.
I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to see what time this is at in the recording because I'm going to have to go back and watch that because I want to know
Minnesota
exactly
Vikings.
what was said.
Minnesota Vikings pick. I mean, that's cringe level for me. That's like
that. It makes me feel so. Oh, who is this?
Oh boy, they're like, go up there and read the pick. No commentary, man.
I'm gonna turn my volume up.
No commentary.
With the 43rd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Wandale Robinson, wide receiver from Kentucky.
Yes.
We're gonna get whoever we want, man, right here.
Can I just say that our graphic on the screen is frozen? It's way behind. Maybe a little refresh on that action. Dude, 3 more. Everybody's still there.
We're good.
Chanel,
So we got
Dean, Muma.
we got our linebacker if we want it.
If we want it.
If we want it. Wandell
always-
Robinson, I'm sorry, you are not anywhere near our friend, our pal.
That is blasphemy. That is
What?
a garbage take. When somebody comes on here and says the Barry Sanders of youth football, I'm watching these. You know what this looks like? This looks like me playing youth football.
Yeah, I could
This
do
isn't
that.
Barry Sanders. He's just running.
I could do that. He
I
just
all day-
running.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
They're
here it
going
was.
back. And they're like, you have the card. It's in your hand.
He's like, oh, God.
And then he still was like,
Yeah,
what's
he's like, I guess I
happening?
could read it.
Do you think it's open bar in the back there?
Oh, absolutely. He's trying to. He's a guy that wanted to talk to anybody for years, and finally he got the stage, and he's like, I'm talking.
All right, here's what I'm seeing. Really worrying that we'll trade down with all this talent left on the board. So why worry about the trade down is the question. Like if you can pick up a couple picks, if you can trade down like 4 or 5 spots, but then pick up a pick in between 97 and 177, like that's not bad.
No, I cannot believe Nakobe Dean is still here. I mean, he was mocked in the top 15 at one time, and then back at late first round.
Uh-oh,
So I mean, I
trade.
shouldn't say I can't believe he's still here, but we got to trade. Good, trade it.
Oh my god, I don't know who we're gonna pick. Rob, I don't know. Like, there's the rumor of the strained pec. We got all this stuff going on with Nakobe Dean. Like, I don't know what's left with Dean because you didn't get to see him, you know, he didn't run and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know what he was putting up. I know he's slightly undersized and he looks bigger because he wears big shoulder pads and neck roll or whatever. But like, I don't know. I like Christian Harris. I really like Christian Harris, and I think it's too early. And that's why I'm wondering if it makes sense to trade back a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So are the Houston Texans just traded up? Are they still happy with Davis Mills? Or are they at the point where they're like, hey, Malik Willis, he's still there. It's time.
It's time. And you know what the Ravens are going to do? Don't you feel like they're going to take somebody that we're going to be yeah, okay. That's all right. There's another linebacker. That's okay, guys.
All right, I'm going to hit these comments for a second. We got back-to-back. Jesse's going, saying, I like extra pick, but there's no guarantee these guys will be on the board if we go too far. Sage kind of doubles down on that, says too many really good players left to trade down too far. So it looks like they're believing that there's a shelf that is going to hit probably after about pick 50 is my guess.
Yep.
And they're worried that after like pick 50, 51, that there's going to be a big drop in talent. And there's a lot of guys left that they probably feel like, hey, these are starting caliber guys. I'm assuming that's what they're saying. And like, I understand that.
Yeah. Pick is in.
Oh,
man.
I know who the Texans took, but won't spoil it.
I have no idea.
Where are you that you can be a fortune teller? Like that your TV is actually ahead of live.
Like way ahead.
Yeah. Here we go. Look at how happy they are. Nope. Look at Lovie Smith just chilling.
The guy goes from the Bears to Illinois. I'll go to Illinois.
That beard is.
And then, like, you know what? You did such a good job at Illinois, Craig. Like, you just, wow.
You did such a good job of winning 4 games every year that we need you back in the NFL.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get you back in the NFL. And he's like, that's perfect. That's perfect. It's like he didn't even interview. They're just like, okay.
That's it. Like what
Twitter,
basically what we've
Twitter's
seen,
all over it.
What we've seen is Chicago consistently suck from the moment you left So you must be the greatest coach of all time
That's right.
because Chicago didn't suck while you were there.
Jay Cutler was great and everything was great. Dude, Twitter.
Don't look at the screen. Look at your TV, Chris. Look at
All
your
right.
TV.
Looking at it. I got nothing. I got somebody walking up. I cannot identify them at this time.
They just took
I-
John Mechie, another guy we don't want. So if another guy we don't want goes right here to the Ravens, then can we trade back just a little bit?
Wow.
Look at how slow he looks compared to Jameson Williams.
He had an ACL injury too?
Yeah, but he was coming back from it.
Oh.
I think it would, torn ACL in the 01 SEC championship game. So the 02 game he was back. See?
Wow. Okay, yeah. Ravens do like
But
a
he might have had a
D-end
different
or
injury.
Ravens
That hits.
well, maybe so if the Ravens do a D-end or a wide receiver or an offensive lineman, I feel O-line hasn't gone in a while.
No, you're right. Yeah. This is.
Are they messing with us? Like, I don't
I'm
know.
amazed by this. Like, I can't remember a time in the draft where it's like 15 picks in a row where I'm like, yep, great. Yep, great. Yep, great.
Yeah.
Not one guy has gone that I've wanted on this team since pick 34, which was Christian Watson. And I don't want him anymore because we have Jameson Williams. So really, it was pick 32, and it was Lewis Cine. That was the last guy I wanted on this team.
Jackson Lewis, yep.
I think.
Oh,
I mean, I can always – let me go back and see.
Blitz made it.
It's
Just
true.
in
I didn't want
time.
Logan Hall. I don't
Impeccable
want
timing.
McCreary. Brees Hall. Petrie I didn't want. Ebiketie I don't want. Gordon, Mafe, Walker, Booth, Robinson. I didn't want any of those. It's great. Thank you.
Are we going to draft a quarterback?
Hey, what if I'm getting in close for this? Oh, my mic's back here. Can't do that.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I can't hear you at all.
Like, if we trade back, get more picks, pick up a quarterback, and then use the extra picks to get linebacker.
Yes, Jesse, that's exactly what I was saying. They're going nuts right now. Dan Campbell's like, just stay. He'll be there. He'll be there, and we're gonna see it after the draft where it's like he'll be there. And if we don't see that, then that means our guy was taken right here because they won't show it, and they'll be like, oh yeah, we're excited.
So just when I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, we don't need to keep doing the live for that long. We're up to like 40, and I think like, and now our here's the good one. Our boy Blitz is back, and we know this is one of those guys who just picks everyone correctly. So in the very next one, he says, watch for a linebacker here. So done deal. We got a linebacker.
We got a linebacker, or Ravens are going to get a linebacker here?
Oh, good question.
Oh,
great question.
We need to take. Yep, I know.
I agree with Dean and Harris. Ojabo won't play football for you until 2024.
And that's a major injury. That's a major one. That's one you don't no guarantees. The ACL is like you'll be fine.
There's not. He was purely on his athleticism.
Yeah. Yeah. Nakobe Dean, that's one of those like just buzz names that we've heard all year everywhere. So if you take him, like fans are juiced. I don't know his, everything about him, but I mean, come on. Nakobe Dean's been out there forever.
Why is it saying Lions selection?
What? Come on, Craig.
What's it doing?
What do we do?
Like, this is Matt Stover. This is not for the Lions, right? We didn't trade up one spot. Is that Ojabo to Baltimore? Oh, I'm so scared right now. Why did they do that?
Okay, that was yep.
You went to Baltimore, right? Like it was saying Lions selection. Do we got any ESPN people? Okay.
Yeah.
NFL.com is saying Ajabo to the Ravens. We're
This
good.
couldn't have fallen. Who do you want? Take anybody you want, Craig.
Anybody you want. I want us to trade back to the Bears and fleece them of a couple more picks. That's what I want.
Yep. Come on, Bears.
We're the Vikings. We know they want to trade.
Yep. I would just trade the Vikings. Whatever. They'll give
There
us
are so many people available. I'm really happy for David Ajabo. I didn't want him for the Lions, but that is just an absolutely awful thing that happened to him. For as good as Aiden Hutchinson was this year, it was because they couldn't double team him because they needed to. I mean, they had to pick their poison. They did double team him, but Ajabo on the other side was just a beast.
Oh, he's
he
great.
really was. So
he's a Raven player, man. Just athletic.
Well, and that's the Harbaugh connection too, right? Like they know what they're getting.
Yep.
There's more information they know about his Achilles than other teams just because the brothers are the head coaches. That's just the way it works.
Oh, so, dude. Absolutely.
Not only that, but McDonald went back to Baltimore, right? Our D coordinator.
Oh, don't. Here we go. Don't look, Craig. Do not look.
Oh, okay. Don't look. Just look at the TV.
I'm just looking at the TV.
Can you see it on the TV?
Yeah, you're ahead of me. That's okay. Just tell me what you're seeing. I can't see you.
How far ahead of you am I?
I can't see you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was sorry. I get so excited I forget.
Okay. I don't
It's just saying pick is in. Don't get that out of there so we don't look at it, man.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, there you go. Now we can't look. All right, Blitz forgot Dean was available. All right. So I thought this was this is okay. Turn it up. I got it.
This guy, we could trust this guy.
Can you hear it?
Me? Yep, turn it up. A little more.
In the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit
Lions select
Josh Paschal, defensive end, University of Kentucky.
Now I love him. Go watch his commercial.
This is a darn good player at Kentucky.
Wow.
I like Josh Paschal. I mean, I really do. People are really excited. Didn't we talk about before? Just double down on your position of
here we go. Just
your best
double
position.
Down. If you like it, you take it. And we look at it. We just can't believe it. We can't believe he's there. The plan worked. We knew we would trade back in the second and he'd still be there. No, I mean, a couple DNs went. Wow, man.
No, I like him more than the other DNs that have gone. That's not the issue. And I'm not kidding. Can I just say for a second, whether you like him as a player or not, you need to go watch his commercial. He used his NIL endorsement with a dental company and did what might be the funniest commercial ever made.
Oh, okay. You have to check that out.
He is he is a Hard Knocks just gem.
Really?
Right,
so this is, dude, we're just bringing in dudes, man, that just love each other, love the game, love the team. Good dudes. Oh, man.
Okay.
So
what do you guys think? Like, I like Paschal. I think he's a multifaceted defensive end. I think he's a good player. Here's my question at edge. All right. I'm just gonna pull it up right now just so I don't forget anybody. At edge right now, we have Aiden Hutchinson, Charles Harris, Julian Okwara, Romeo Okwara, Austin Bryant, and now Paschal. So that's a lot. And I think what this tells me, because you need to be able to rotate on the offensive line, what this tells me is Romeo Okwara, he's not there. He's not going to be there with that Achilles injury, and they know it. So they're going to it's going to be Hutchinson, Harris, Paschal, and it's going to be Julian Okwara. Those are Those are our guys that are going to be pass rushers.
I mean, Stafford, I saw an interview with Stafford. He just said he was with Hutchinson. He's like, the best defenses I play can rush 4 and get pressure with 4. And
Yeah.
so our linebackers, not great. Our corners, question mark. Safeties, question mark. But boy, if we're doing what we talked about, hey, we're going to get a strength somewhere and go for it. And yeah, you got, I don't know. I mean, they must really be high on him. And
I would not be surprised in like 3rd and long situations if you see a guy like Hutch go inside on a guard because he has such good hands, and you don't. So you have, something along the lines of Okwara, Paschal, Hutch, and Brockers on the line, and you're rushing 4, but all 4 can get to the passer. Whoever's left one-on-one is going to win that battle, and you're going to get pressure rushing 4. Like that's about that. That's the thought process, and it looks like they're loading up there.
Yeah, I mean, you look at our D line, it could be 4, it's basically 4 Brad Holmes draft picks now that could be out there at one time, right across the board. And it's, man, our linebackers aren't our linebackers really bad? And that's and I think we're gonna get one. But it's just interesting, like how hard it must be to go away from need and just be like, this guy's really, really good. We're just going to go with the best available. That takes some serious discipline when you have a bad room like we do with the linebackers.
I wonder if there's any like idea of going. I don't think they'd go a 5-man front with a 5-2, but like I think there is some thought to the idea of like linebackers are linebackers. Your most successful linebackers are behind good defensive lines that are going to eat up blocks and things like that. So I think there is that. Like we're trying to make good of this pick. I'm trying to make good of this pick.
Yeah, I'm exactly,
because I really do like Josh Paschal, and there are 7 linebackers that we all like still on the board.
So
is one of them still going to be there at 97?
That's got to be right. But that seems like a long way away, does it not?
Do you want to know why it seems like a long way away? Because we're on pick 47 and it's 50 picks away. That's why it seems like a long way away.
Oh, how many brisks? Here you go.
Well, at least one more because this one's almost done.
Yeah, I'm trying to make the argument, and it's obviously best player available, and we lack talent everywhere, basically. I think, Craig, we really know for some reason, and this is a good, interesting, like we just assume like D line's pretty good.
The very next pick is Mathis, and that would not have been a bad pick for us because I feel like we're lacking on the interior.
Just some beef on the interior.
Yeah, get some more beef in there. But
that's
I don't
what I was
know.
just saying.
I don't know if I
you
like this guy's an NFL player.
You look at our D line, and for whatever reason, we just assumed we're kind of good. But that's a big area of need. The entire defense. As long as it's a defensive player, we can't be mad.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if we took a guard right there, then we would be struggling. But
we'd be struggling. I wonder what you're going to see in free agency from us now. Like, because there's still a lot of players that are unsigned. I wonder what we go get. I think the other thing too here is remembering, like Chris Board, they might truly believe that this is our starting linebacker from Baltimore. He just didn't get a shot, but they might believe like this is a guy who's like a better version of Jalen Reeves-Maybin. And they might be saying like, hey, I'm good with that. They really believe in Sean Dan Hamilton. And I don't know. Jared Davis on rundowns, Chris Board on pass downs. I don't know.
Jared Davis, that's a tough one. I don't see him being very good.
So I'm just really worried about the back half of our defense right now. I'm worried about
100%. 100%. I mean, our corners could be good. That's what's so weird. You got Okuda coming back. Jerry Jacobs could be coming back. Melon Fanwu, when he played, he had some plays. You're like, okay. REA is good. So our corners
Well,
could
and
be
then you bring
solid.
over Hughes from Kansas City. I mean, like,
Oh yeah.
you have enough players. Let me just look at it, and I know I'm going to repeat some of what you said, but like you said, Jacobs, Melifonwu, Bobby Price, you have Oruwariye, Mike Hughes, Mark Gilbert. Like, it's not great, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's better.
Lake Forest, Illinois.
Sorry, I had a weird pop up on my computer right here. This one.
No worries.
It's not great, but I think it's better than our linebackers. Not that that makes anything great. Hey, Mortex Lion, I hear you, man. I want some Leo Chanel as well. The dude is fantastic.
Sounds like a purse.
Yeah. Wow. It's like Louis Vuitton combined with the Chanel.
Yeah. Dinner
Look
time.
at us talking about women's things. Oh, the Bears. The Bears are up.
Come on, Bears. Do something. Do something, Bears. Just hate the Bears. They're going to mess this up.
I hope so.
Oh, messing this up bad.
Jaquan Brisker, a safety that most of our guys probably wanted. I don't trust Penn State players. I feel like they're all slow.
I agree. Don't they look slow out there? Like the grass is like really tall at their home stadium, and it's like they're slow.
They just look slow, but they're not, because they've had some ridiculous athletes come out of there. They really have.
Oh, okay. There's our safety.
So here's kind of what I'm thinking as I go through this. We had 2 picks that were completely unexpected. Hutchinson was totally expected. Nobody thought we'd jump up to grab Jameson Williams. Nobody. And I don't think any of us thought that we were going to stand pat and then pick a defensive end. I really don't. There are so many linebackers on this board still, though. So
yeah, that's what's huge.
I'm going to enjoy watching the rest of this draft and just see what happens with all of these linebackers. The problem is, too, I think it's just hard when you're looking at safety. I know that Brad Holmes has a history of drafting safety really late, but 97 and then 177. Like, that's rough.
That's rough. We got to cut. Oh man, that is brutal. And you look at it. That's why that pick was so huge. And so you come away with a duplicate position when you have so many needs. It's like it's a little tough to swallow. I don't love it. But at the same time, you gotta love that the end. Otherwise, they wouldn't make that. But I make that pick. But man, that's a little tough to swallow. Like, really, another D end. We already had a D end. Obviously, we just drafted, and we got $1 million on the roster. Charles Harris. Oh man, I mean, Charles Harris played really well last year. So
and you paid him.
Yeah,
you paid him what, $7.5 million for a year for the next 2 years.
I don't think Dean's a bad character guy. I haven't heard that, but
nope. Haven't heard that. There might have been an injury or something like that, but I haven't heard anything about bad character. I think there's just a lot of unknowns about him right now because he didn't test. And so there's questions on what he actually looks like. And he's short. He's short.
I don't think he's got the elite speed. And I think, they're having a tough time evaluating these guys from Georgia. And I think that position, especially because you had Jordan Davis in front of you, Trayvon Walker. You're just, you are just in an elite defense. So it's like he had a lot of help.
Yeah.
Everything was
he had an elite defense, and it's hard to grade the Georgia linebackers
Yep.
Hey, Jesse, I don't know if I caught you. See ya. Enjoy dinner. Love a guy from California that loves Michigan and the Lions. Good for him.
What's up, man?
Just living the dream. Living the dream. I'm living in California, but I'm sticking to my roots back in Michigan here. The Dean thing. I want to go back to that, and then I want to talk about Daniel's comment too. Like the N'Kobe Dean thing. When you have that good of a defensive line in front of you, and the way that they run their system at Georgia is very linebacker friendly, like extremely linebacker friendly. And I think it's really hard to get a good gauge on them. You see them in open space, but what do they look like going off blocks, things like that? And Dean, for as great as he looked against U of M, he looked not great at all against Alabama in those two games. So there's that to remember. Daniel, this is a great question. Okuda safety. I've been saying this. I've been saying that I really do think that this is a possibility for a little while now, or at least kind of a hybrid role. I'd be very interested to see what that looks like. I don't know if that is his ending spot as he makes his way back from his Achilles, though. I'd be really interested to see, because if he doesn't come back with absolute elite athleticism that he had before, like he was already struggling. So I could only imagine what that would look like now. But I don't know if you've been seeing the videos of him training and getting that back and playing cover corner and running with guys and all that kind of stuff. It's like, that's unbelievable to watch him doing that after, 7 months after he tore his Achilles.
Yeah, he truly has not had a chance in the NFL. Just has not even remotely had a chance. So, I mean, Okuda.
What was it, a groin or something like that last year? Hamstring? Like just
for Okuda?
Yeah. No, 2 years ago. Like his rookie year.
That's right. It was something like that. Then he, it's COVID and Patricia. Oh. And
it's
then
rough. It's
this
rough.
year. Was that first game?
This year it was. Yep. Yeah, that was
yeah.
a lot of fun. I remember seeing that. And then next thing you know, Romeo Okwara's doing the same thing. And so I guess build depth at positions. Why not?
Yeah.
I think the other side of this too is we're sitting here and we're like, we need a linebacker. We need a safety. Sometimes I think we go best talent available like this because it's almost like our GM and our coaching staff is saying like, hey, we're not there yet. Like we're going to try and we're going to compete. Oh, my family just got home. Let's hope I don't have any children come running downstairs. But like so you're going to hear little feet guaranteed. But like my only hope is that like, we're still going to, of course we're going to try and compete. Of course we're still going to try and win. I just don't know if this signifies a little bit of like, hey, we understand where we're at and we're just going to accept that.
Yeah, exactly. And stack up talent. We need D-line's a perfect example. We need all kinds of help in D-line.
Yeah.
So we don't have a pass rush. I mean, so anyway,
are linebackers being devalued like running backs?
Yeah, like because corners, boom, 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 boom. Another one, and
another one.
Alatone,
edge, corner, wide receiver.
Alante. Alante Taylor. I could not read that name. I'm like, Alatone? What the?
It doesn't even. It's Alatone. You just flipped the AE and the ON.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love Tennessee's helmets and jerseys, man. They're just aesthetically pleasing to me. I really do enjoy those. Okay, I hear you. He didn't have elite speed before tearing his Achilles. What's elite speed? I would love, and I'm looking into this because, and we talk about him as an athlete overall in general, right?
Yep.
For Jeff Okuda. And I'm looking at his RAS right now. And no, you're absolutely right. He was a 4.48 guy at the combine. It's not elite.
Dang it. Son of a gun.
Didn't realize
you look at that, Bob Quinn?
his explosion grade was elite. When you combine his vertical, his broad jump with his getting out of the box, but his top end speed was not elite. So
No.
his 40 was not elite, but everything else, his speed grade was okay. His explosion grade was elite. And you just look at a guy. Now, are you seeing this on your TV? People running at the NFL draft?
Nope.
That is not elite speed. I'm just going to
there we
say
go.
right now.
Tigers.
Unbelievable. That is not elite speed.
That was
that kid
oh
just
my
took
gosh.
off. But
Jeez.
so yeah, I get what you're saying. You're right. It was not elite speed. Who said that? Kyle, you're right. It was not elite speed. But that tearing the Achilles, that explosion grade that was elite, that's got to stay there, right? And if it doesn't, you got a problem. So, I shouldn't have clicked on that because it
man. Yeah,
true.
So, okay.
I like this.
All right. Holy smokes, man.
Yes, move Okuda to safety and draft a good corner at 46. Well, this is too late. Said it from day when you be all. Hey, I hear you. I'm assuming that's Toussaint. And the only reason I'm pronouncing it that way is because Fitzgerald Toussaint for Michigan. But we already took an edge at 46. So I get what you're saying about moving to safety, but kind of go from there.
Man.
You like this one?
Pick.
We talked about explosion, and he said yes, his Achilles exploded.
Yes, it did. I don't love the pick, Craig.
You can tell us how you feel.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
Will you do me a favor?
More of a like.
I need you to promise me something. Will you promise me it's going to take you 3 minutes, but I need you to promise me something. 27 people watching right now. I need a promise from every one of you. You got to go watch his Zach Paschal's dentist commercial and then tell me you don't love the pick.
And then you're like, oh, I love him. Wow. If that changes it, then I will.
Can we watch that on here?
I will. I don't know.
I don't know if we can.
I don't know if how.
We can.
I'm sure. I don't think so. Sure. Craig, are you gonna stick on here for a little bit?
I have not decided.
You should.
Just hang out for a little bit.
Stick and stay, and I mean, I don't know. I'm probably gonna step out.
Everybody make fun of Chris for leaving.
I'm leaving. I just can't believe we took at the end, and I need to let that wash over me. Oh,
can I teach people something about you that most might not know?
Yeah.
There's a term, everybody, and that term is FOMO, and that is fear of missing out. And that man right there, are you this way? Yeah, this way. This guy right here does not suffer from FOMO ever. He doesn't care.
Just cold, just like I have no.
I have no desire.
Where's my nervous system?
Crew.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, all right. That's it.
How do you? It's unbelievable to me.
I don't know.
It is absolutely nuts.
Have you ever been to Vegas?
Yeah. When I was 21, turned 21, went to Vegas.
Wow. Just how you draw it up. Never been.
Yep. And I was just 21. I was one of those weird people that didn't drink till I was 21. And so therefore really couldn't fully enjoy it. It was just kind of like, whoa, Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a while ago.
You're like, what am I feeling? Is something there? Is something not there?
Man.
Yeah, dude. That's classic. Oh, more as a penetrating. Who?
Paschal. What is his weight?
I think I think he can play inside and outside.
I'm looking at stuff, okay? I know you're about to leave, but you got to give me a second.
Yep, look it up. What is he, 285?
6'2", 270. 6'2", 270. Fully understand if you do that, like what we were talking about, at D tackle, like on pass rushing situations. He could do that.
He's not
Positives, great
very.
explosiveness, impresses most when shooting across the line of scrimmage into a different gap. Very good upper body strength, also very funny. Good lower body strength and anchor, good eyes, uses technique versus the run. Um, Above average speed and space for his size, can chase players in the backfield. Good sense on backdoor blocks and good skill set for twist stunts, etc. So you bring him from the outside in or inside out. High energy player. Slow with his hands. Below average bend on the edge. Cannot
Oh,
threaten outside, so I get the inside pass rush.
well,
And below average flexibility. So all I'm going to say is his positives were like 10 and negatives were 3.
yeah, yeah.
Five
Looking
sacks.
forward to checking out his highlights because there's
He's a good
another one
player.
we didn't touch on because it's like we're gonna get a D end early.
Yeah,
Realistically,
check him out. We're gonna obviously we're gonna do a video on him. We're gonna look at that. We're gonna do a little more research on him. I honestly, I don't know if you remember this, Chris. Our very first mock draft, Detroit Lions mock draft. I don't think we called it 1.0, but the very first one, I picked him.
really.
I think I picked him at 66, though.
Oh,
Yeah. So, because I liked him and he was in the backfield a lot. By the way, last year in 12 games, 15 TFLs, tackle for loss. That's impressive.
I mean,
Aiden,
I
in
remember
15
him
games,
being.
Aiden had 16 and a half TFLs or something, like
Yeah,
17 and a half. Like, that's in the backfield a lot.
I remember him being talked about early in the process, like
Yeah.
one of the top DNs. So, boy,
Josh
you're exactly
Paschal. I
right.
don't know if I said Zach Pascal. That's a mistake.
You're
But it's
exactly
Josh.
right. We are not there yet, and I think that's just we're not really even. I don't want to say we're not even close, but defensively, as far as elite talent, I mean, Brad Holmes comes from the Rams. He's got a lockdown corner, Aaron Donald. You know what I mean? And then you come here, you got nobody. So it's like we just need players, man. And this
Yeah.
dude can get in the backfield, and that's what. Isn't that what you just do on defense? And what I said when he got here, when Brad Holmes got here, defensive line at all costs. If you can rush for, it's everything, man. You get pressure on Aaron Rodgers, 3rd and 10, rushing
Yeah.
4, and he's scrambling around. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, you can't fool him with a blitz. You can't fool a lot of quarterbacks too much. You know, at the end of the day, if you can rush 4, man, that's huge.
Yeah, if you
That's
can
huge.
get pressure with 4, even if you don't have elite people on the back end, and we've talked about this on the offensive side, right? An elite offensive line makes your wide receivers, running back, and quarterback all look much, much better, right?
Yep.
Same thing with the defensive line. It's the same thing with the defensive line. If you have a very good defensive line, it makes everybody look better because they have to do their job for less time. It's really that simple.
That's right.
So I think I don't hate the pick. Like, I just didn't expect it. And I think that's kind of been the theme of this draft.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate it. Just
And
didn't
that's
expect
right.
it.
You can't go you can't judge what we do based on mocks from people, right? Like that's
No.
just because it's like, oh, I had him mocked it. Well, that's just not how it works. I mean, in the
That's just
real
not how
world,
it works.
that's why you do mock drafts. It's fun to get an idea, but yeah,
do we do mock drafts just to get an idea? Or do we do mock drafts because we want to learn about players? Like,
Yeah.
and when you get the mock and you see who's available at your spot, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go through highlights. You're going to look at what these players do. You're going to do scouting reports. You're going to really start to judge and evaluate. And then you start getting a library of knowledge that you know. And that's why it's so much fun to do the mock draft thing, you know, because you're gaining in knowledge and all that kind of stuff. So I enjoy doing.
Well,
doing
it's interesting because when you talk mock draft, really the top 15 players is who most people got somewhat right. The top 15 went in the top 15 in some different order.
Yep.
But that just tells me everyone knew that elite talent. Everyone could identify that elite talent, and that's where we jumped into to get the best wide receiver.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm I love because even Kelvin, like I love Kelvin. We all love Kelvin. That's a big dude. You and I talked about it. It's like 50-50 balls. He's gonna get it, but man, he's coming down hard, and it's just not sustainable. And
Yeah.
the guy stayed healthy really for the most part, considering what he
Then
was
his
doing.
ankles
But
just gave up on him. He
yes,
couldn't
I
use
mean
his
his
ankles.
back. I mean he talks a lot about his injuries, and it's just like
Yeah.
this is more like catch a slant, boom, 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 get down before they can hit you 25
Yeah.
yards. I mean that's awesome.
Yeah. I think so. I think that was awesome. And I mean, people again, I tell you, keep looking, keep seeing what's going on. By the way, you said you were going to leave and then you stayed. I think you're going to try and stay to 2 hours now. But
No, I'm gone. I'm gone after this comment.
Vortex had said, "Have a great night, bud." I think that's really nice. I just wanted
Thanks,
you to get
Mortex.
that. Sleep tight, I think is what he's saying.
Yep, thanks.
And
Thanks,
then,
Morty.
so I just got to make this comment last to keep you here, right?
Yep.
And then Trent Smith's
Yep.
talking about the lack of QBs taken is absolutely crazy. And I could not agree more. Look, I understand that Willis has his flaws. He is better than the 51st pick. And that's where we're at, and he's yet to be taken. And I don't see the Eagles taking him. So I think he's better than that. I really do believe
You'd
that.
think somebody would just by now would have taken a flyer, but I mean maybe no, Pittsburgh's next, Indy, KC, Arizona, Dallas, Buffalo. Dude, he's not gonna go till Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean a trade, but
Yeah.
okay, I'm
So
out of
here-
here. You are you staying, you war dog, you animal.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm staying, man. I don't know. We got people on here. I don't want to let anybody down, but I was look, here's the deal. After the draft, getting back from wherever we were filming from back to my house, I get back. I'm not in bed till 2:30. I'm waking up at 6:30, bringing the kids to school. I have a job where I actually have to go to my work, so I don't get to take naps, unlike some people on this show. And so I don't know. I don't know what this looks like. All I know is that I'm sure Brett Holmes is more tired than me, but I'm not that tired. That iced tea, it keeps it going.
That iced tea. It's funny how, imagine that. Like, are they just sitting there like grinding, like knowing we don't pick for another 60 picks, or are they
They're
like
grinding.
watching, looking? Yeah,
They're taking phone calls.
Take a little
taking
phony
phone
call.
calls.
Say, hey, if it gets there, we might. What would you need if we wanted to do this and this?
Yeah,
They're
a
like,
little
"Oh, okay."
something. A little
the
something.
Philadelphia
something.
draft room. I mean, come on.
Who did they take? I didn't even see who they took.
Do you see the draft room, Phillies? Oh, it's gone now. Brutal.
Cam Jurgens, center, Nebraska. So it's actually not a bad pick. Another offensive lineman, finally. So this is a really weird. Really, really weird. Oh, George Pickens.
Ooh.
I forgot he was still out there.
I did too, Georgie.
Dude has talent.
Good job, Steelers. Just they make it look easy. Just make solid selection.
I'll tell you what, The Athletic does a good job with they interview GMs and scouts. And Pickens was the only one where he had multiple people be like, the guy is a jerk. And again, like I said, we can't judge based on, who they are as a person, because we don't have access to that.
Yep.
We really don't. But I'm telling you right now, when I see a guy with Pickens' size, speed, ball skills go at number 52, it kind of makes me wonder.
Oh, he's huge, man, and just looks bigger, plays bigger. All right, I'm out of here. Good night,
all right,
everyone.
I'm going to stay for a little bit. We'll see. And if
Okay.
you leave and all of a sudden we're down to 10 people watching, I'll just know who the favorite on the show is. So
everybody leave. No, stay. Tell your friends. Double it up. Yeah, we'll get videos going on this, Craig, and we'll be back.
All right, sounds good, man. It was fun hanging with you.
Yeah, man. See you guys. Catch you later.
See ya. All right, now you guys gotta hold serve now. We gotta be talking about comments from you, and we'll go there. Kyle, that's not bad, man. Get the honey badger. I don't know. Oh, little run on wide receivers, by the way, going right now. I just don't know if Tyrann Mathieu at this stage in his career, when he really only has 1, maybe 2 years, good years, decent years left, I don't know if he's saying to himself, I'm going to go to Detroit. I just think that he wants to go to a team that's a proven winner that he can compete for a championship with. That's at least what I would see from the Honey Badger. So I'm not sure if that's the thing. Oh, by the way, this is fantastic. Keep the comments coming, guys. I need you because otherwise I'm just making stuff up as I go. I can't riff back and forth with Chris. Like when half of my time is spent listening to him, it makes things a little bit difficult. But Kyle says Pittsburgh has experience with jerk wide receivers. By the way, Chase Claypool, it was one of them. So he was one of those jerk wide receivers. So I kind of understand what that looks like. So let's see. What are we thinking? What are we thinking from the Lions and what they're looking at and all this good stuff? And let me go ahead and let me get a couple of things. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So I've just got to do a couple of things here and we'll be just fine. But we're going to kind of go from there. But I got to do this in order to share my screen. So, all right. Let's see what we can do. All right. So there we go. There we are. You guys got this up here now. No problem. Got to give the people what they want. And we can absolutely be checking this out. Not a problem at all. And hope that you guys kind of enjoy that for sure. So, that's not good. Let's try this bad boy. There we go. That's what we could be looking at. So when we see this, I'm just saying, Tyson, my man, you know what's going on. Building in the trenches. I see teams that are successful doing it all the time. The best example of this, building in the trenches and having success, is the San Francisco 49ers. No, they didn't win a Super Bowl, but they have Jimmy Garoppolo as their quarterback. They have a bunch of running backs that nobody heard of, and yet here they are almost in the Super Bowl. Or they go to the Super Bowl, what was it, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And then last year, they get all the way to the NFC Championship game because they have a good offensive line and they have a good defensive line. And I see us doing that, and there's a path to win that way with even Goff as your quarterback. I really do believe that. So it's not like one of these things where it's like, oh, yeah, it's over. It's done. We don't have a great elite quarterback. We're done. And here's the thing. We know it has to take time. We couldn't fill every hole. And what I really, really like about Brad Holmes is he says, we're going to take good players. We are going to get positions of strength rather than just having a bunch of positions that are okay. And I think that's what we try and do when we mock draft. We say, oh, we need a linebacker. Okay, great. So we get a middle linebacker. We get Leo Chanel, or we get Nakobe Dean, or we get Christian Harris, which, by the way, none of them have gone yet. Chad Muma, none of them have gone yet. So we get one of those guys, and all of a sudden our linebacking crew is okay. Instead of being bad, they're okay. And our defensive line is, instead of okay, it's good. And then maybe we go out and get a safety in the next round, and we say we're at 97. We're like, okay, so that makes it okay. Would you rather have a good defensive line, an okay defensive line, will say, okay linebackers, okay safety, secondary, or would you rather have a good defensive line, still okay to bad on the other sides? Like, I think I would rather have an elite line, and I'm not saying that it is. But number 2 pick, you got to have that question on whether it is elite or something along those lines. So, yeah, hey, it's just me. Chris, He left us. He said, I'm tired. He said, I'm going to bed. I said that the dude has no FOMO, and we are holding strong. So that's good. It's good to have you here. But like I said, no Chris means we need comments from y'all. Now we got Tony Gonzalez. Wait a minute. He was up there yesterday, but that was just for an advertisement. Now he's up there to actually make the pick for the Chiefs. And he's doing his job. Let's get the sound on here for all y'all. You can tell me if that annoys you, but we'll see what that looks like. All right.
The 2022 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Sky with 2 wides.
Wonderful pick for the Chiefs. Are you kidding me? Sky Moore. Are you kidding me? What a great pick. Like, this dude is a baller. He does not get hurt. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Craig, shut up. This is a wide receiver from Western Michigan. Well, I need to tell you something. I went there for a semester, so I'm oddly obsessed with the Broncos, right? All the way back to the row the boat days. All right. So, well, actually, even before that, before PJ Fleck. But anyways, like, this guy is a fantastic wide receiver. He's got good speed. He has good hands. He doesn't get hurt. Like, he can play football. This is a really good pick for the Chiefs, especially after they lose Tyreek Hill. So, like, just absolutely love this pickup for the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, they do it again. They reload on the and they do it at such a late pick. I think that's really, really good. I think I can't tell you how much I like that. Okay. Kyle, I think the Lions like their linebackers far more than we realize. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think bringing in Chris Board, I think it's Chris, right? From the Baltimore Ravens, I think that was something where we said to ourselves, like, okay, this is good enough for me. And I think they feel like Chris Board, Sean Dion Hamilton, Derek Barnes, and Jared Davis, that's 4 linebackers they feel like have the opportunity to pop. That's like, okay, these guys have the talent, they have the skill, so maybe 1 or 2 of them does well, and then you have a guy like Alex Anzalone who is playing well. And then just so you know, take a break from this, the Arizona Cardinals just drafted Trey McBride, another fantastic pick. That's all I have to say on that. I tried to mock him to us right around 66 in our very first mock draft, and then I went all the way up to, I think I did a trade and picked him in the mid 40s the last time. He reminds me a lot of Hutchinson, and so or Hawkinson. I said Hutchinson. See, I did it. He reminds me a lot of Hawkinson when you're watching his film. He can go up, he can get it. He's got good speed, good hands. He is a receiving a catching vertical threat wide or a tight end. So kind of good to see him. We'll see what that ends up being. Sometimes you can struggle getting separation to an extent, but I do think that he could end up being a good quality starting tight end in this league. So that's always something really good to get here at that pick. And this is where you're seeing the difference between where the Lions are at and where teams like the Chiefs and the Cardinals, who just had the last 2 picks, are. The Lions are a team that's saying we need to bolster position groups, whereas the Chiefs and the Cardinals are like, you know what, we're just a player or 2 away in the right spot. And that's a big difference. The Lions are 2 years out, 1 or 2 years out from saying, all right, we just need a tight end. Hey, we just need to replace this receiver. We need to replace this because other things are good. The Lions are along the side of like, hey, we need more. We need to bolster certain position groups. We need to find an identity. That identity is going to be in the trenches. And here's what I love about today's NFL. When you say in the trenches, it doesn't mean what it used to mean. In the trenches used to mean that they're going to ground and pound. They're going to run. No, what winning in the trenches now means is you can run, you have great pass protection, and on the defensive side, you can stop the run, and you need to have an elite pass rush with your defensive line. That's what it means to win in the trenches now. So now we got Roger Goodell. Apparently nobody from the Cowboys wanted to make this pick for them. He's coming back up to make the pick for the Cowboys. They're booing him, and he's cheering them on. He's doing one of these. Come on! He does this every year. Does his Arnold impersonation. Get out of here! Get down! Sam Williams. I don't know. We're getting at that point in the draft. So here's what I will say about Sam Williams. He put up stupid numbers in the SEC. He has an elite body, I guess, is the best way to say it. Good athlete. He's one of these guys, actually, when I look at it, that I wonder how he drops to this position. He was a third-team All-American. You look at the numbers that he put up in the SEC, and you just have to wonder to yourself, like, how did he fall? How did he fall that far? So I get confused by that, and it doesn't necessarily make a ton of sense to me. So the Bucs are on the clock. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. We're going to hang out here for just a little bit longer. I think hold out some hope that maybe the Detroit Lions will trade back into this second round. I don't think they will. I don't even know if I want them to, and I don't know that they have the resources to do it. So I think that's one of the things that we're looking at here. So, all right, we got another one. Man, Chris left, and all of a sudden the comments just stopped. It's almost like you guys wanted to give me a personal challenge to see if I could just keep talking. And little do you know, I can talk. I ain't got no problems with that. I can talk. I was an only child. I didn't have anybody to talk to but myself. So now all I have to do is open my mouth and let the words come out. So, all right. In 2 years, Brad Holmes has established an O-line group, wide receiver group, D-line group, and arguably DB group. And he already had a running back group, right? And he helped with that. He already had Swift there, but he brought the rest in. So he's established a running back group too, I think is another thing that you can say. But O-line, D-line, wide receiver, arguably the three most important position groups outside of quarterback, which isn't a position group, it's a position. The DB group, like, well, maybe, right? Like, we'll see. We'll see what Melanfanu ends up being. I still think they like him as a replacement for Oruwariye one day, depending on what kind of year Oruwariye has, because they might not want to pay him big money. But I get what you're saying. And I agree with you on O-line, wide receiver, D-line. Like those now, I'm going to put our O-line up with any team in the league. Yes, the wide receiver has a lot to do with Jameson Williams and what he ends up being as a rookie. But that D-line group, that could surprise some people. There's some serious depth there, but it's also lacking depth at defensive tackle. So I'm just kind of lacking depth, right? It's kind of lacking depth. We still have three very good D tackles. And by very good, I mean Brockers is good, but older. Yeah, it's not bad. Aleem McNeil is a good nose tackle. And we'll kind of go from there. We'll see what happens. So, all right, we've hung out. We've been doing stuff. We were with you guys all for the first round last night. We're about to hit the 2-hour mark. I'm just going to stop the screen share here, just talk to you for a second as I'm about to sign off. And just want to say thanks so much for doing this with us. Thanks for hanging. Get this dropped down just a little bit lower, the camera. Thanks for being here. You guys just really do appreciate you hanging out, throwing comments down, and all that kind of stuff. Things to watch for the rest of the draft. When will a quarterback ever get drafted again? I think that's one thing to think about. When will a quarterback ever get drafted again? How far are these linebackers going to fall? We're now to the point where we're 40 picks away from 97, and none of these linebackers are coming off the board. Will we be able to either stick at 97 and get a decent one, or will we or will we trade up just a little bit to get a good linebacker? I think that's still something that we could do. So let's see what happens. But mostly just want to say, awesome being here with all of you. This has been a fun community. We got guys on here that are funny, making good jokes. We have guys on here that have some seriously good football knowledge. And we know this is the first time we're doing the live thing. We've been throwing out videos for you guys as much as we possibly can. And you have been extremely supportive in those. And now here you are watching online. So just really thankful for that. And yeah, I'm not going to get too sappy for too long, but this has been great. So reactivate Barry Sanders. What a great end, and just standard Lions fans. All right, it's just like living with dying with Barry Sanders, living and dying. So we're out of here. I'm out of here. Chris already left. Appreciate all of you. And be on the lookout for those videos. We're going to do a video breaking down every single draft pick we get. There's not going to be one we don't. In fact, we will probably do 2 or 3 videos on some as we further evaluate and break it down and really look at what that fit looks like. Over this next week or two, we're going to be doing that. And then we have a little bit of the Lions. I don't want to call it the dead season, but we're going to be doing a lot of Pistons videos too. So you can tell me what you want about the Pistons, but I love them. I love the Pistons too. So exciting times in Detroit. Future is bright, everybody. And keep hanging with us to see the future. If you've been watching this and you're not subscribed to us yet, hit that subscribe button. Why not? We'll see you on the next one. Peace.